if I'm sick of explaining the JP poll on Twitter to casuals, or do I just find it comical at this point? From Bluffton, South Carolina. I believe that's where Doug Funny is from, and Skeeter. Well, I'm not tired of it at all. Not tired of it at all, because it has become the most entertaining portion of many of your weeks. I know a lot of you, when I put that JP poll out, because when I do it on the show, simultaneously I tweet it out, I put it on Instagram, and inevitably, it's like a bug zapper for casuals. As soon as I click that thing on, you sit there and wait. It doesn't take more than a couple of minutes. Here come the first casuals flying on in. And they have no clue what the show's about. And they have no idea the difference between a power rating and a ranking. And they don't know anything about the fact that I base that on odds making. It doesn't matter what your record is. It's not merit-based at all. And sure enough, here they come. How could you have Alabama above fill in the blank? How could you have TCU below fill in the blank? Here's the fun part for me. Sometimes I start typing, and by the time I've got my response typed out, 14 of you have already kind of veered in front of me, and you've raised your shields, and you've thrown your figurative arrows, and you've kind of taken care of it. A casual casualty, if you will, in the comment section. It happens all the time, and then I hit backspace, and I'm like Homer Simpson. I disappear back into the bush, never to be seen again. You guys have taken care of business for me on this, is my point. I look and I see basically myself responding vicariously through you guys. So what's fun about it is I put it out, and then it is like chum in the water, and here come the casuals. But instead of saying, we're going to need a bigger boat, we got a big enough show. Like we needed a big show. Now we got a big show, and we got a big audience, and you guys take care of it for me. However, I was doing a radio hit with Lance Zierlein out in Houston earlier this morning, and we got into this free-flowing conversation about the difference between Vegas and kind of odds making and power ratings and the ranking system for the playoff. And he started down a road that I just grabbed the wheel from him on, and I said, hit the gas. The question was, should we include Las Vegas in the college football playoff process, the rankings process? Now, I've had many of you ask me this, and sometimes the way it works is this. You come to me and you say, Josh, I got an idea. I think Vegas should be included in the rankings process. And my eyes light up and I say, continue, because I love where it's going. But then you say, shouldn't your record against the spread count for something? And then I say, no, friend. You're going down the right road, but you just veered off in the ditch for no reason. It's like Michael trusting the GPS, and Dwight's over there in the passenger seat saying, this is a lake. It can't possibly mean that. This is a lake. But you drive into the lake anyway. No. Let's hit the brakes, back it on up. Don't have to go in the lake. We can continue down the proper road. Vegas absolutely has a role, or should have a role, in the college football playoff rankings process. But it has nothing to do with the spread they put on you and your record against the spread. I could be 0-12 against the spread and be 12-0 straight up. No, that shouldn't factor in at all. Strength of schedule is where it should be factored in. Because right now, I've got a group of folks out there who are telling me that TCU's resume is suffering because the once upon a time ranked teams that they beat, those wins aren't worth so much anymore because some of those teams have incurred more losses. And I'm sitting there looking and I'm saying, there is nothing about those teams losing future games after I've played them that devalues the struggle I had that day, that takes away it all from the resistance they put up that day. So it doesn't matter if they win every game from here on out or lose every game from here on out. What I faced that day is what I faced that day. It's like right now, people trying to tell you, oh, TCU, man, their resume is not any good anymore because some of those teams have lost. They play a round-robin conference schedule in the Big 12. It's impossible for those teams not to lose. Every one of them plays each other. And so I'm listening to that, and I'm thinking to myself, it can't be that these are the best minds we could find to put in this room. It can't be that way. So here's the role Vegas should play. Vegas should be able to come in, odds makers, pick 5 of them, I don't care. Get a group of them in a room and say, give us your power ratings so that we can define strength of schedule. Because right now, if I played Texas in the regular season, and Texas in the playoff rankings is wherever they are. That's one thing. But if I look at Vegas numbers, they would have Texas top 10. Because power ratings wise, the difficulty you have when you play Texas is a top 10 difficulty level, is a top 10 caliber struggle, according to Oddsmakers. I'd a whole lot rather get that kind of credit for a team after they play against and beat Texas than play in Texas like TCU does this week. And if TCU beats them, some fool somewhere says, it's just a 4-loss team. Never mind the fact you put one of the losses on them, and never mind the other fact that another one of the losses is against Bama, and the loss against Texas Tech with the backup quarterback in overtime. Like, no one thinks this critically, and you don't have any other job. You're on the committee. That's your only job, is to understand how to do this. So, yes, Vegas belongs in that room. And their role should be one thing and one thing only. Give us a proper strength of schedule based on power ratings, not based on wins and losses, not based on how many ranked wins you have, which shifts every week, so it's not fluid at all. Yeah, I want Vegas in the room, and I want them filling that role. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Make sure you like the video, and please subscribe to the channel. Not just for me, that's how we keep this entire thing free.